This is one of those equity method type questions that kind of gives everybody some trouble. So don't be too discouraged if this one's giving you guys a hard time. First thing we need to note here is Cohen Corp is purchasing 35% of Strom Corp. So that means we're using the equity method. On December 31st, year one, Strom's net identifiable assets had a fair market value and book value of $500,000 and $420 respectively. So we know that the identifiable assets of the company that we're acquiring has an excess of fair market value to book value. And we also know that the entire $80,000 difference is going to be applied to the fixed assets. So that just once again means that we have an excess of the fair market value to the book value of what we're acquiring. Additionally, the fixed assets have an estimated useful life of 4 years. That's going to be important to note as well. In year two, Strom reported net income in the amount of $120,000. What amount of the net income from Cohen's investment in Strom should they be reporting on their income statement? So we need to note that we're purchasing 35%. So therefore, we are entitled to 35% of Strom's reported net income. So the net income is $120,000 for Strom. We get 35% of that. Therefore, our net income, we think, is $42,000. Not so fast. So when we are applying the equity method and we have a portion of our net identifiable assets that we're acquiring that have a fair market value in excess of the carrying amount, we're going to have to amortize that excess. And why is that going to be impacting net income? Because on the income statement, how does amortization impact your net income? It's essentially just reducing it similar to how depreciation would. So think of it in that similar sense. So we're taking $80,000. And we're entitled to what percent of that? We're entitled to 35% of this amortization, right? So before we get into that, well, we could do it this way as well. So 80,000 times 35%, we're entitled to what percent of the amortization? We're entitled to 28,000. Are we going to take that entire 28,000 in year one or year two in this case? And the answer is no. We're going to be amortizing the excess just like we would any other amortization or any other type of depreciation over the useful life. So the useful life, as we note here, is 4 years. So we'd be dividing this by 4. Therefore, our amortization for year two is going to be $7,000. Amortization for year three, same thing, $7,000. So this is only going to be 1 year at a time. So once again, just like all other amortizations, this is going to be reducing our net income. So amortization will be reducing. Therefore, the total net income that we are entitled to, or Cohen is entitled to, is $35,000. C is correct.